So DLC 16 is literally changing the way that I think about DLC releases in every way, shape, and form when it comes to Xenoverse 2. This is another thing that has never happened in DLC history that is happening in DLC 16. I made a video talking about something that never happened before in DLC history on this game, and that was about how they've done the character reveals for this DLC pack. They've never dropped a reveal like they did in January and then not have one in February and made it seem like they weren't going to have one in March as well. It still took over 2 months from the time that Orange Piccolo was revealed till we got the actual potential release Piccolo revealed, which was literally yesterday. So again, that was one thing that never happened before in this DLC history or in the history of Xenoverse 2, right? Well, today we have something else going on that has never, ever come close to happening on this game, because it seems like they are separating the free update from the paid update. And you guys will understand what I'm talking about a little bit more when we read this little part from the Dragon Ball official site. It says, from the movie Dragon Ball Super Superheroes, Piccolo potential release. Now this is an English translation, that's why I called it potential release earlier. It could be a different name. Again, this is the English translation on the Japanese website. It says potential release is now available. You can fight with a sense of speed thanks to the number of moves and wide range of attacks that use your telescopic arms. For details on the powerful ultimate moves and special moves, please see the June special issue of The Jump, on sale April 21st, Friday, published in looking forward to. That's just some mistranslation right there, because again, this is a Japanese website using Google Translate, right? But again, this clearly states that we will be getting a V-Jump scan for DLC 16 next month, which means we won't be seeing the actual paid side of this DLC this month at all. And we may not even see it next month. I'm assuming it'll probably be late next month when we actually see the DLC for DLC 16, like we actually get the pack ourselves. But it very well could be early May at the same time, because if they're dropping this in next month's V-Jump, unless they do something similar to how they did this month, where they dropped the V-Jump and then a couple days later they dropped an actual trailer, that is something that is definitely possible. I don't see the DLC actually releasing in April. Now, like I said, there is that chance of them handling it how they did this month, where they dropped the V-Jump and then a couple days later they dropped the release trailer, which would mean a late April release for DLC 16. And that's the earliest we could possibly see this DLC pack. Again, this is literally something that has never, ever happened before. And I don't know whether or not to look at it as a good thing or a bad thing, because in a sense it is good that they're giving us some kind of content to hold on to until the actual DLC drops. But at the same time, when the DLC drops and there's no free update to coincide with it, that will definitely be a bit odd. But then it also makes me think, is there actually going to be a free update with DLC 16 as well? Like, will there be more free content that we actually get in this DLC pack? Because if you look at the Dragon Ball game's Twitter, right, it says free update coming March 23rd in DBX V2. The Evil Cell Max from the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero will join as a raid boss, unleash your hidden power, and take on Cell Max. The trailer also shows the latest information on the DLC Hero of Justice Pack 2. Like, it really makes it seem like this DLC and this free update are completely separate from each other. That makes me feel like maybe, and again, this is a big maybe, we can actually see another free update potentially in April or May, whenever this DLC does drop, which could potentially open the door to maybe some new custom partners or things along those lines. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it is a possibility, especially right now, because we have really no idea what the hell is going on with this DLC. Like, again, this has never happened in the history of Xenoverse 2. 15 DLC packs in, and this is something we've never experienced with any of them before up until this point in time. So like I said, again, I don't know whether or not to look at it as a good thing or a bad thing or a weird thing. Like, I'm very happy that we are finally getting some kind of content from this DLC pack, on the 23rd with the new free update that's going to introduce Beast Awoken skill, the Cell Max raid, some Super Souls, all things like that. But at the same time, again, like I said, what's going to happen when the actual DLC drops? Because when the actual DLC drops, a free update needs to happen to actually add the character files into the game. So they need to update Xenoverse 2 when the DLC comes. The question is, will there be anything along with that update when it actually comes? So again, I'm just very, very confused. I don't even know if we can call this the DLC 16 free update anymore. Like, this is just almost a free update of its own. Because like I said, I'm assuming there will be another update that drops when DLC 16 does. There absolutely has to be, to add the character files into the game. Unless they would add the character files in the game with this update right here, which would be insanely stupid considering they should know modders would be able to access it, and then a lot of people on PC would basically be playing the characters way early. So I do not see them adding in the models and the character files, all things like that, in this update that we're about to get in literally 2 days, which again just leaves me very confused. But I want to know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. Where do you stand on this? Do you think that this is a good thing, that they're giving us some content early, and this way we don't have to wait as long? Because imagine if we weren't getting this content right on March 23rd with the free update, then we would be waiting until the end of April, potentially early May, to get any kind of content at all from Xenoverse 2, which would probably make a lot of people very unhappy. I feel like, based off of how the comments were going when the reveals were going kind of slow and we really weren't getting much, a lot of people were begging for a release date, all things like that. Well, we may not have a release date for the actual DLC, but at least we are getting something with the free update content, and it is something that is very hype as well. Like, regardless of everything else, the fact that the Beast Awoken skill is in this free update that is coming is extremely hyped in itself, and I feel that alone will breathe a lot of life into Xenoverse 2 once again, because it is an awoken skill that can literally be used on all races. So where do you stand at this moment in time with this free update, guys? Do you think that this is a good thing, that they are trying to drop the free update a little bit early to give people content to have leading up to the DLC, so it's not nearly as much of a drought that we have on Xenoverse 2? Or are you on the side where you would just much rather prefer them do it how they've done it in the past? Drop the free update, and then the paid update comes right after, which again would mean we wouldn't have seen this free update until late April, early May. Let me know where you guys stand with that, because again, this is just a very odd, situation. It's crazy that we are 16 DLCs, or this is about to be the 16th DLC, and this DLC pack is literally doing things in different ways than we've ever seen. Because like I said, the character reveals, how they handled that was never done before in DLC history, and now this right here is definitely something that has never, and I mean never, been done before in DLC history. So it's just very confusing without a doubt. But like I said, again, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this situation. Has this enhanced your hype in any way, shape, or form? Has this killed your hype? Or are you just neutral at this moment in time? Again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But till next time, man, thank you guys for watching. Truly hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, hope you guys have a good one. Peace, y'all.